Namaste. In this video, let's discuss banking company final accounts. This is accordance with Banking Regulation Act 1949. Now, let's see one by one. First, what is bank? What does bank means? Let's discuss the same. Here, bank. Here, as per the provisions, as per the as per the provisions, bank is a financial institution financial institution which accepts accepts deposits on payment payment of interest on payment of interest and lends lends money lends money way of by way of loans and advances. On what? On interest. What does bank mean? I'll just zoom out. Yeah, interest. Okay, I'll just erase and write on interest. What does this says? It's saying bank is a financial institution. Okay, then it's saying which accepts deposits on payment of interest, which means bank will collect deposit and pays out interest on the same deposits. Then what it is saying, and lends money by way of loans and advances, by way of loans and advances on interest. It's saying bank is a bank is a financial institution. Bank is a financial institution accepts on payment of interest, accept deposits on payment of interest, and lend money by way of loans and advances on interest, which means bank is a financial institution which involving in collecting and lending. When it collects in the form of deposits. When it lends in the form of loans and advances. Deposits, bank pays interest. On loans and advances, banks collect what interest. Okay, here this is an expense because bank is paying. This is an income income. Is it clear till you? If it is clear, we can continue the next topic, which was now let's okay. Now we understood what is an income, what is an expense, and what does bank do. Banks do what? Collection and lending. It collects in the form of deposits and lends in the form of loans and advances. Let's see the sources and application of funds. The following, the following, okay, will represent in tabular form. The following table may be considered for sources and application application of funds. Application of funds. Okay. Mm, mm. Sources of fund or sources of funds. Application of funds. Rupees. Now, what are the sources of funds? Deposits are the source. Deposits are the source. In deposit, can we consider savings account or deposits account? Okay, I'll write it down. Savings deposits, current deposits, savings account, current account, and fixed deposits. Okay, and now these two considered as demand deposits. Demand deposits because it's payable on demand or it's returnable on demand. Fixed deposit is known as term deposits. Now, these deposits considered as liabilities for the bank. These deposits, these deposits should be considered as liabilities for bank. Then let's see the application of funds now. In the application of funds, what bank will provide or lend in terms of loans and advances? I list it out major applications. Overdraft, cash credit, loans, bills, discounting, discounting. These are the These are the advances. Advances should these advances should be considered as assets for whom? For bank. With this simple understanding, we can now discuss types of banks. Types of I'll take this. Okay. Types of banks. Now, majorly there are two types. One is scheduled commercial commercial bank. The other type is the scheduled scheduled cooperative cooperative bank. Now, okay, first we'll discuss scheduled cooperative bank. Under scheduled cooperative bank, there are two types. One is state cooperative bank. The other one is urban urban cooperative bank. Now let's discuss scheduled commercial banks. National national nationalized nationalized bank, for example SBI, Punjab National Bank, Bank of Baroda, etc. Okay, then we have private banks. Private banks, for example HDFC, Kotak, etc. Then we have foreign banks. Foreign bank, for example Standard Chartered Bank, HSBC Bank, etc. City. Okay, enough. Fourth category, development development bank, which are NABARD, Exim Bank, etc. Then we have regional rural rural bank, regional rural bank. For example, Gramina, Gramina Bank, Nandi, Nandi Bank, Krishna, and etc. These are the basic introduction to banking accounts. First, we discussed what is bank. Here, first we discussed what is bank. Bank is an financial institution which collect deposit and pays interest, and whatever collected, it will lend in the form of loans and advances and collect interest, which here it is paid, so it is an expense. Here it is collected, therefore it's an income. Then we f- then we structured into sources of funds and application of funds here. So under sources of funds we consider deposits are the sources of funds. Under application, loans and advances are considered as application of funds. Here advances, sorry, deposits are considered as liabilities to the bank, and loans and advances are considered assets to the bank. Then we discussed types of banks. There are two major types of banks: scheduled commercial bank and scheduled cooperative bank. These are the introduction to the chapters. Okay.